I'm back. Say my name.
Yeah, hi guys, Stephen Ford from iFord Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. The date today is the 20th of the 9th, 2016. And this video is basically to bring some highlights towards home ownership or investment properties. And I'm not too sure if this is a particular known factor, but I've been putting this into practical reality and trying to understand why low-income earners or just general, public in general cannot afford to purchase their own home. Well, the reality is it's where you look that can provide you that opportunity. The bank, in the meantime, is charging us or asking us 20 to 40% down payment or deposit to purchase a home. Where in fact, this video that I'm going to teach you now or show you, you can actually take ownership of a property, investment property, for less than 10% down payment. I know it sounds crazy, but it's who you know these days. It's not always what you know, but who you know. So I'm hoping to be one of those people that you know that can give you some idea how to take ownership of a beautiful property, as you can see. And on this picture here, a beautiful apartment, of course. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm going to show you here on this video, but it will give you an idea of where you are, where your surroundings are. You can actually take ownership of a property for less than 10% down payment, as opposed to what the bank is asking, 20 to 40%. So let's begin. Taking ownership of a investment property, it's quite remarkable. They're quite simple. Now I'm going to show you some possibilities. I'm in Melbourne at the moment. This particular high-rise apartment overlooking the city here, Melbourne City. It's a beautiful and outstanding sort of setup. Here are some of the plans, a one-bedroom plan. Don't look too much at the cost, because the cost can easily frighten a lot of people away from these processes that I'm going to share with you. Firstly, I'm just going to show you some basic plans, just a one-bedroom plan and approximately the sort of price you're going to be paying for it. Bear in mind, these prices I'm showing you doesn't necessarily has to be the price you're going to be paying. Wherever you are at that moment in time, after this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to get access to these 10% less or less opportunities. A two-bedroom apartment here, and of course the three-bedroom apartment. Staggering amount of cost, of course, but you don't worry about the cost at this stage. What you want to do is get hold of one of them, whether it be just a one-bedroom for this, approximately for this amount of cost, for less than 10% deposit. Now, how do you do that? Quite simple, actually. I'm going to give an idea. Now, this particular development here, it's been put together by Ivanhoe, or Ivanhoe Apartment, looked after by these people down the bottom. Here we go. We make inquiry to whoever's managing this project. And what you do is you ring the person or ring the agent or whoever is managing this project or development, and you ask him for a down payment. Now the key is, as I've shown you up here, that's the reason why I was showing you these plans in the picture in the beginning, that you're going to be purchasing a apartment or property off the plan. It's not built yet. Now you might find that's pretty stupid and risky. No, it's not. It's the common processes that people are acquiring properties for less than 10% down payment. You might ask, why in God's name would anybody do that? Simple. It's a process. Let me explain. Okay, developers, these are people who are building these fantastic looking apartments, or just a developer pulling down an old home around your street and putting up maybe 2 or 3 houses on the property. Now those are developers. What you need to do is get hold of one of those developers and ask him if he can purchase one of their homes of the plan, and they'll give you how much you need to put down. By law, I think they're only allowed to charge you this process between 1 to 10% down payment. Now, the beauty about it is you can take ownership of it while it's still in processes of planning. Now, you may pay this price in the beginning when you sign up for the agreement for $424,500. By about, remember, this is at the planning stage, and you're purchasing it off the plan for less than 10%. And say, for example, this particular property is going to take, say, 2 years to build. By 2 years' time, this cost that you purchased the price, today's price, would probably be about $550,000 in 2 years' time. Are you starting to understand? You're just purchasing something off the plan and letting it sit there for 2 years, for example, and you continue with your life looking for the next best possibility or purchase another property off the plan. Now, you don't have to live on these homes. You can actually sell this home, or even some cases the developer might approach you again to resell the property back to them. You may not sell it at this cost, but you can sell it at a slightly higher cost, and you'll make a profit on the top of it. Say, for example, you resell this property back to the developer for, say, $460,000. Get your calculator and see how much profit you have made just by purchasing something off the plan. I'm not saying it will happen, but it has happened. The developer had a big demand for your property, and the new owner is prepared to pay a slightly higher amount. And that's the beauty of it. Now, why would people do this? Simple. Okay, let me go back to the picture. See, developers are looking for opportunities to develop properties, apartment, homes, anywhere around the world. Now, if the developers, say, for example, are building this one, and they got another opportunity to build another one around here somewhere, and another one elsewhere, now their capital or their money cannot be tied up in this particular one when nobody's buying their property, buying their apartment, for example. That means the bank's not going to release most of their payments or the what's the word, progressive payments to pay off this particular apartment, so they can go build the next one or start up the next development. So the reason why sometimes the developer releases these plans or these processes, so they can get the bank to see that most of the apartments, say 70% of the apartment have been sold, or even say 90%, and then releases some money for them to pay this one off so they can go and start the next one. Can you see the opportunities? It's huge. Now, developers' main job is to go develop. See, develop apartments, houses, buildings. That's their job. That's what they do. And they cannot be tied down to this particular one when they got another project up here and somewhere else or over there to start or continue. They need this cash flow, and the bank can hold their payment if their apartments or their houses are not sold. And that's where you and I come in to take advantage of this thing called deposit bond. That's what it's called. The 10% or less than 10% down deposit, down payment. Now again, you see how exciting this system can be for you. Instead of saving 20% to 40% with the bank, the developers give you this opportunity, and you don't need the bank to do this. The developer will have their own in-house process to sign you up. You don't even have to pay that amount. All they're doing is to hold on to your deposit, initial deposit, until the building is completed at such a time. If you hold on to the property, and if you want to live in it, then of course you have to approach the bank later. But the whole process I'm trying to explain on this video, it is how you can take a system, invest in it, gain some capital gains when the property is completed, and that's where your savings come from, to go to the bank and say, hey, I got a property, and I've saved this much, and this is how much the property is worth now from this cost, for example. So there is always another way to helping you purchase your own or taking ownership of a home for yourself and your family. I hope this will give you some idea. So beginning today, if you hear this video, just go around your neighborhood and look at some of the newly developed properties. And if you look at the sign in front of the developer, and you'll probably see for sale sign and some of the contact number. Be cheeky, take the contact number, ring the person up and ask him the question. How much is the deposit bond? And don't be surprised if they give you a minimal amount. And you might even have that amount in your bank. But anyway, this is Stephen Ford from iFord Fortune. If you need any more information, somewhere along at the bottom of this video, there's my Skype name. Find a way to contact me so I can enlighten you a little bit more how to take ownership of some of these opportunities freely available in the community. Anyway, Stephen Ford from iFord Fortune, creating fortune for the future. We'll catch you in my next video. Be good, stay away from scam, and God bless you. I love you too.